Hi, this is Jeff August here, and I'm here with another Speedlooks tutorial. Today we're going to talk about the camera patch technology that comes with Speedlooks and how it works in Resolve. And basically the idea is for our color science to work, we like to get it to a certain state, and that state would be that of log C, or what we call speed log. So we've basically come up with patches for different cameras and for Rec. 709 to basically get your video from its state to log C. So let's get started. Today I've got three things in my media pool. I've got, it's all from a music video. I've got a red clip here. I've got some footage that's been transcoded to a red footage, the same footage, transcoded to DPX in a log state, which I'll talk about in a sec. And then we've got our red footage transferred to DPX in Rec. 709 color space. So let's start with the actual red media first. So let's go on to our color tab. And here is our red media shot. And this is basically the default settings of the red media. What we need to do for Speedlooks to be optimized for the red camera is a couple things. So let's click on our settings tab over here and choose our camera raw tab, and then we'll choose red from the drop down up here. And we're going to change our metadata to from camera metadata to project, and we're just going to switch it around a bit. So we go to project, and then in the color space tab, what we want to choose is red color 3, their latest color science. And in the gamma curve, what we want to choose is red log film, and that will basically get the red signal very close to log C. So I'm going to hit save on this, and now we'll see in our viewer that the footage has changed and we're looking at a log picture. But it's not quite the log that we want, and that's where our camera patches, Speedlook camera patches, come into play. So let's start using a Speedlook. If you watch my other tutorial, the way we do it is I'm going to add a node right here. We like to stick our Speedlook at the end of the tree. So what I've got here is two color correction nodes. I'm going to go to the second one here, and we're going to right click on it and choose 3D LUT, choose Speedlooks, and let's choose a look. I'm going to choose in this case one called 3528 Gold Orange. And you can see that we've got an image, but it's very, very dark, and that's because we haven't compensated for the red footage, moving it to log C. So the other thing that I do is on my input source, we'll call it on the first color correction, we're going to right click and add another 3D look. We're going to go down to our profiles, and since this was shot on a red epic, I'm going to choose red epic, and now everything lines up, and that's exactly the look that we are going for, and we're optimizing our Speedlooks. So just to give you an idea, that's kind of before and then after. So that was working with the red clip itself. So just going over that one more time, when working with red, we change our settings to red color space 3, red color 3, and our gamma curve to red log film. And then on the red clips itself, we want to go and add our camera patch, which just adjusts the log settings to get it closer to where we want. So I'll just again show you Speedlooks, and again there's our camera patch, and then we put our look down here. And now basically you can go and do all the color correction that you want. You would maybe go add another node and stick that in there. There we go. And now that we've kind of made our sandwich, this is where I would start doing all my color corrections. So if we wanted to again darken the blacks just a bit, and maybe brighten the shot up, and maybe just lift the mids up, and again there we go, we've got our nice shot with our look, and we can now start to apply that from shot to shot. So that was us applying a speed look on R3D natively. Let's go take a look at this clip here. This is a DPX series of the same music video, and when we transcoded the DPX series, we again set red color 3 and red log film. So in essence, it's all ready to go. So let's go and add a color correction node. And again, I'll right click on it, I'll add a 3D LUT, and we'll go to our Speedlooks and choose 3528 Gold. And you'll see instantly, because it's already in its right settings, that we've got a beautiful looking picture. So let's go back into, oh, it is really gorgeous. This is a beautiful LUT, guys. What it does is it warms up the scene, but it keeps your whites white and your blacks black, and it just makes everything really unique. It's a really, really nice film stock. So we'll go back, and there you can see that's the effect on a DPX log. And then if we step over here to our red shot and just scrub forward, you can see we've got the exact same look going on. There we go. Now the other thing to keep in mind with camera patches is often we're using different camera sources on our timelines. So for example, we may have some log footage, we may have red raw footage, and then somebody gave us some Rec 709 footage that came right out of an iPhone, for example. So now let's go apply our camera patch technology to Rec 709. So here's now a DPX transcode of the same video, and it was left with all the default metadata that was set on set and was rendered out as a DPX, and it's in Rec 709 color space. So how do we blend this into our Speedlook world? Well, let's start by adding our first node that we always add, and we'll add a corrector, and we'll throw it at the end of our tree here. And now let's add our camera patch. So that we want to select our source input here. We'll right click and choose 3D LUT, Speedlooks. And now we're going to go all the way down, and notice because we're in Rec 709 and there's no really camera manufacturer, so we've created a profile for Rec 709, and by clicking this we've now taken that image to log C, from Rec 709 to log C. So in theory, when we go and add a new Speedlook, which I will right now, and again I'll go add our gold orange, we get the exact same result. So now we've got a Rec 709 clip. Let's just go back to where she was plugging in that guitar. And very similar. You know what? It might need a little more blue or something, but then again, that becomes part of the creative process. But you can now see that we've got Rec 709. Oh, it's looking beautiful. So there's our Rec 709 clip. I'll now move over to our log with Speedlook. So just to wrap up the Rec 709, it's because we can't exactly control what every camera manufacturer does, we make an approximation, and so it's not quite exactly the same as you can see our red clip and our DPX log with the red settings. But this is where you'd come in and start doing a little color correction, and I would perhaps do it at the base down here or at the very end, and so it'll apply to everything. And let's just go in and warm up or bring in some blues in the highlights, and you can see really quickly, even looking at these, and lift the gain up just a bit. So now if we go to that one shot where she's plugging in a guitar, there's that's way back here. Very similar look, well, exactly the same. So let's review what we've got now. We've got the exact same Speedlook applied to Rec 709 footage. So this is what Rec 709 footage looks before our Speedlook, and this is after the Speedlook. And in this case, our Speedlook is 3528, gold orange. I'll now show you our Speedlook on a DPX pass of the same red video source. There we go. Let's go back here. Beautiful. So now we're looking at a Speedlook over here in our 3D LUTs. And again, it's gold orange. And because the DPX sequence was transcoded with all the correct red settings that we like, we don't need to add a camera patch here. And then last but not least, we've got our 3D shot. We did our red settings again, and we changed it to red color 3 and red log film. And to just adjust the red settings a little bit more, again we added our camera patch, and that's a camera patch specifically for the red, and so that lifts the signal into where we want it. And then again we add our 3D Speedlook over here, and now we've got a true Speedlook workflow. Basically, we can make our looks perform identically on any camera or any source material. And that's really difficult to do in a world of color correction. Presets generally don't work, and that's what's unique about Speedlooks. They're not presets at all. They're deep 3D lookup tables that have been derived right from film stock, that various film stocks, and we'll be adding more film stocks in the near future. So we're very excited about what's coming out in the future and where this product's going to go. So that's my tutorial on Speedlooks and the camera patches. Check out our other tutorials at looklabs.net, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.